Phew! I've just walked 1,000 miles. Could be closer to 1,000,000 actually. I must have done, because that's the size of the gulf between these two cars, despite them both being from the same manufacturer, General Motors. You see, this is a 5.7 litre V8 engined Chevrolet Corvette. It's not very subtle, and it can drink fuel faster than a snooker player can swig lager. Its exact opposite over here, a humdrum Vectra. If this were just an ordinary one, it'd be about here, 500 or so miles away. But this is even further, because this isn't just an ordinary Vectra. It's a hybrid engined Vectra. Super economical, and we're told, the way of the future. Being a hybrid doesn't mean it has two different types of engine, so there's no electric motors on the wheels type trickery going on. What it does mean is it has two different types of fuel. It can switch between petrol, ooh, nasty planet-wrecking, badger-killing evil stuff, and LPG, which is far better and more efficient burning and better for the environment, and a lot cheaper to run. Now, I'd love to be able to say either that, ooh, it goes all soggy and nasty, it's rather like driving a dead camel, or that all of a sudden it's sparking, exciting, and LPG makes all the difference. But that's just the point. It doesn't make any difference to drive, it feels exactly the same. It's a Vectra, and it'll still be a Vectra in 100,000 miles' time. It makes no difference to the drive, certainly not that you or I would notice. Do you know, it's funny, there are some things you can't wait to tell the world about your car, so it gets scrawled all over the tailgate with initials like SRI. Somehow LPG doesn't feature amongst them, so the only real outside indication of the fact it is an LPG car is that it seems to have two petrol caps. One of them, if you look closely, does tell you LPG. The secret's out. If all of this has got you tempted to do your bit to save the planet, and let's be honest, save more than a few quid, fine, by all means go ahead, but you will need to sit down and do your calculations. You don't need to do the kind of interstellar mega mileages that you used to have to do to justify an old-fashioned diesel just to save a few pence. It's not that big a difference, but you will need to do a few miles before you save enough money to justify the extra expense in buying a car that can take LPG. So there it is then, one take of the way cars might be in the future, to supersede these outdated, thirsty, fuel-guzzling, planet-wrecking old dinosaurs. Of course, I better have a go at it just to, you know, contrast. Ha-ha! Oh, come on! Just give me long enough to have a go.